Hi everyone and welcome to another shaving video. Today I'm going to be using a beautiful soap and I'm going to show you now. If like me you like the look of packaging on soap, then look at that. That is shaving soap for him. And it's handmade and 100% natural soap, and it's made in Ireland. Beautiful. Look at that. It's like finding in an old cupboard of an old relation a soap they forgot to use from many years ago. Absolutely beautifully packaged. May not mean a lot to you, but I think a lot of the packaging as well, especially this type. Anyway, as I say, it's made in Ireland, handmade in Ireland, and it's 100% natural ingredients. Now that soap looks like that. Very hard soap, and it was kindly sent to me by Gary over in Ireland. I know you're watching, Gary, so thank you so much. And as soon as I smelt this soap, as soon as I smelt it, it took me back to my grandfather and my father, my late father, of a soap they used to use to wash. And that soap was a cold tar soap, it was called, here in the UK. I'm not sure if it had another name in other countries, or if it was available in other countries, but it was coal tar soap. I used to love the smell of it, and this, it reminds me, it's the image of it, that smell. So if you know what that smells like, this is what this smells like. But in this video I'm going to be using my Edwin Jagger DE89L, masterpiece of a razor. Look at that. Someone asked me what's the difference between an Edwin Jagger DE89 and an Edwin Jagger DE89L. All the L is longer handle. It's just a longer handle. To give you an idea, I'll say that's my hand. If you can see that, it's about 4 of my fingers, just over, in length. And I've only got thin fingers and I'm very thick. But yeah, so I'm using my Edwin Jagger DE89, and in that I'm going to be using a brand new feather blade, because this is a non-setting, non-adjustable razor, 3-piece razor, and I'll show you putting the blade in a minute. Now before I do that, I have been asked to show how I would lather this soap in my bowl. Now this particular soap comes in, it was wrapped in a sort of paper with a symbol, with a similar motif on the front of the paper, and it came in this box. So it hasn't got its own container, if you like. So if it had its own container, I would sort of wet the brush and make a lather that way. There's various ways of doing making lather with soaps and shaving creams, and each one is good. You know, everybody's got their own ways of doing it. You can take pieces off the soap, put it in your bowl, make a lather. You can make a lather, you could hold it in your hand and just make a lather if you wanted. There's all sorts of ways, but the way I'm going to do it is I'm just going to basically plonk that in my mixing bowl. I'll then make the lather in there, enough for my shave today, and I'll show you what I do with it after as well when I've finished. So we'll head now to the sink and I'll show you how I make the lather in my shaving bowl. Okay, so welcome down to the sink. Using my Wilkinson sword brush for this, and it's been soaking in hot water. So all I'll do is get the bowl and the soap, as you can see, give that a flick, and then just start. It will roll about in it, doesn't matter. Now this particular soap is a very hard soap, and it's handmade, as you know, with 100% ingredients, and the smell is absolutely amazing. But as you can see already, it's starting to make a beautiful lather. There's all sorts of ways you can do this. As I say, you can take pieces off the soap, put it in there. You can make a lather in your hand, but this is a quicker, I think, or easier, less messy way. And as you can see there now, that's made a beautiful soap. Enough for me. So what I do now, take the brush out, get the soap there, keep the lather one side, I'll rinse it, and then place that there, one side there. Now what I'll do is, once I finish shaving today, just let that dry off a bit. I'll wrap it in grease-proof paper, and I'll place it in a little container, little soap dish I've got with a lid. People used to use them for travelling, and I'll just put on it natural shaving soap, or I may see how it dries, just leave it in the grease-proof paper and put it back in its original box until I want to use it again. So we'll just continue to make a lather here. As you can see, it's lovely and creamy. Now, important to sort of pump up and down as you turn, sort of thing. So, and with the harder soaps, it does take longer to become a good lather. There we go. As you can see, absolutely beautiful there. I wish you could smell this. God, lovely it is. See the soap there? So that's how I do my lather in my bowl with a hard soap like that. So on with a shave. So that's how I make my soap. I'm just taking the feather blade out of there, and we'll just undo this. Take the handle off, and it comes into two parts like that. I'll place the blade on the head of the, like that, without dropping it, like so. See that? There's the blade, and then place that on top, and then back goes the handle. If you own one of these, you'll know a quality, very well built quality razor, and I would say it's a good mid-range. It's not aggressive, but it's not mild, it's in between. But I would say it's good for a confident beginner, in a way. Right, so as you've seen, I made the lather, and depending how thick, how creamy, how thin, whatever you want it, if it's going a bit dry or a bit thick, add a bit of water. Just as I tend to add water to the brush, but as you can see, that's come up lovely. So I'm just going to give my face another wet, and then we'll get on with it. Dry my hands, and off we go. Looking forward to this. Many thanks, Gary in Ireland. Oh, the smell. It's like going back to my grandfather's and my dad's days. God. Beautiful soap. just wet the brush and off we go. Listen to that. If you like audio feedback when you're shaving, you'd love this razor. Right, down the side. And the feather blades performing lovely. One of the sharpest blades, in my opinion, and a very good blade. I don't feel the need, as I said many times, to use a feather in a very aggressive razor. So I use it in a mild or medium razor, like this. Oh, beautiful. Coal tar soap, it reminds me of the smell. So far, that's a lovely first pass. There we go. Now this soap, as you know, it's all natural ingredients. It's 100% natural and handmade. Gives you a beautifully creamy lather with a wonderful smell. So onto the second pass, across the growth. Hear that? And I use in my Edwin Jagger DE89L, and the L stands for long. Just that the handle's slightly longer, you can get a short version. Lovely sound there. Listen to that. That's what it's all about. The only thing with handmade soaps, well, not handmade, with 100% natural ingredients, and if you leave the soap on your face for long, it will start to sort of dissolve away. But excellent. There we go, third and final pass. And as you can see, that lather, even though it's a very hard soap and it takes longer to lather soap than shaving cream, obviously, because shaving cream's halfway there already, being a cream. But as you can see, it didn't take me that long to produce this lather, and plenty of it. Beautiful. Oh, cold. The smell. If you, I'm just going to wipe my hand. If you judge things by its packaging, by its smell, and by its performance, this would rate very highly. And I would give it an 8 out of 10. Very high score. Nothing there. God, it's good. This is another eraser, the Edwin Jagger DE89. That really, no matter what blade I put in, like the Merca Future, I always seem to get a decent shave. Lovely. Just a couple of pickups on there, which is generally the... Oh, nicked myself then. Didn't feel it. Oh, listen to that. Listen to that. This is what it's all about. And this is why you should always have a double chin. Listen to that, hey? Beautiful. That's lovely. Beautiful. So I'll just rinse off and then we'll go through a recap, shall we? And I tell you something, after rinsing, you can feel with my hands, leaves your skin silky. Oh, lovely, lovely. That is beautiful. So many thanks to Gary in Ireland, our Celtic cousins. Right, Cologne, Greek. Beautiful. I think it's Greek. Could be wrong there actually. So it's sent from Greece anyway. Another one I wish. Oh, ooh, eh? Lemons. I know you might be bored of me doing this, but God. Like, it's similar to the beautiful. The Evin I use. You've just, when you smell this burst of citrus lemon, like somebody's gone with lemons, squeezed them all over you for the smell. Oh, beautiful. And it evaporates, gone. It's dry. Listen, dry as a bone. And as a moisturising cream, the old Arco Classic. And so that goes back in. Okay. Don't need a lot of this, quite thick. But I always put a good bit on my neck area. And then close it up. And yes, you will shine after using after using Arco, but it doesn't last for long. But it's damn good protection. I quite like the smell of it. So that is a beautiful shade, that. Very happy with that. Very happy indeed. So just to recap, using my Edwin Jagger DEL, no, I'll get it right in a minute. Edwin Jagger DE89L. And it's got a lovely grip on it, as you can see. Beautifully made razor. No settings on it, it's non-adjustable as it is, but I would say it's in between a mild and aggressive. It's not, well, it's not either, it's just in between, in my opinion. And a good heavyweight. Use the red mixing bowl with the shaving soap for him, all the way from Ireland, sent to me by Gary. Many thanks, Gary. Beautiful box, beautiful soap. Smell, like I said, of the old coal tar soap. That's dried lovely now, you can see that. So that will go in greaseproof paper, back in its box now, because if it hadn't dried, I would have put it in a soap container. Use the lemon cologne sent from Greece. Absolutely beautiful stuff. And Wilkinson sword brush and Arco Classic moisturising cream. And that's about it. So hopefully you will have enjoyed the video. Hopefully somebody's had some help from it or whatever, some tips, ideas. That's what it's all about. And hopefully I've shown you how I sort of lather up the soap, and in particular this one, because it's a very hard soap, but very good. Lovely, lovely, lovely. As you can see, there's a proofs of the pudding. Lovely shave. So many thanks everyone, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.